Ladies and gentlemen, some coins may look ordinary, but hidden among them are rare treasures worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. The British 20 pence coin has carried untold stories since its first minting, from design changes to rare mint errors that turned small change into pure gold for collectors. Across the decades, certain years stand out, years when a single coin could rewrite its owner's fortune. Today, we uncover those legendary 20 pence coins, from 1983 to 2015, each carrying a mystery, a story, and a value that will astonish you. Let's begin our journey with the rarest of them all, the 1983 UK 20 pence coin. The story of the 1983 UK 20 pence coin, a coin that has turned ordinary pocket change into a collector's treasure chest. Back in the early 1980s, Britain's currency system was evolving. The 20 pence coin, first introduced in 1982, was a new denomination designed to fill the gap between the 10 pence and 50 pence coins. But in 1983, something extraordinary happened. The Royal Mint was still adjusting designs and minting schedules when a unique batch of 20 pence coins emerged. Coins that would later capture the imagination of numismatists around the world. These 1983 20 pence coins featured a young portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, designed by Arnold Machen, facing right and wearing the girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. The design radiated classic 1980s charm, crisp and elegant in every detail. On the reverse side sat the crowned Tudor Rose, a bold emblem of England encircled by the words 20 pence and the year 1983. Its heptagonal, seven-sided shape gave it an instantly recognizable silhouette that set it apart from every other British coin. The coin's creation in 1983 wasn't intended to make headlines, but fate had other plans. A very limited number were struck that year, making it one of the rarest circulating coins of modern Britain. Collectors quickly noticed that 1983 dated examples rarely appeared in circulation. Many were issued only in special presentation sets, never meant for everyday use, and that scarcity became the foundation of their value. The allure of this coin lies not only in its rarity, but also in its perfect timing. It was minted during a transitional period in UK currency, bridging the change between two eras of design and coinage standards. Imagine holding one of these in your hand, the weight, the shine, the age-old history pressed into its metal. This is not just a piece of nickel brass. It's a frozen fragment of 1980s Britain. Collectors across the globe now hunt for genuine 1983 20 pence coins, eager to own a piece of history that reflects both rarity and national pride. Today, these coins can command astonishing prices depending on condition and provenance. A pristine uncirculated example can fetch well over $500, while specially packaged proof versions have been known to sell for up to $1,000 or more in private sales and auctions. For something that once cost only 20 pence, that's an incredible leap in value, proof that numismatic treasures can still hide in plain sight. And as time goes on, their worth only grows. Collectors value not just the metal but the story, the heritage, and the connection to an era that's long gone. So if you happen to stumble upon a 1983 20 pence coin in your old collection or inherited set, hold it tight. You could be holding hundreds of dollars in your palm. This coin stands as a reminder that sometimes the smallest pieces of metal can carry the biggest fortunes. Each curve, each edge, each engraving whispers a story of craftsmanship, of history, and of luck beyond imagination. The 1983 UK 20 pence coin isn't just valuable, it's a legend of modern British coinage. And for collectors, it remains a shining symbol of why we keep searching through our change, because you never know when the next treasure might appear. As the story of the 1983 20-pence coin fades into legend, another year quietly steps forward, 1984, a coin that continued the legacy, yet carried a distinction that still excites collectors today. The year 1984 stands as a defining moment in the evolution of the British 20-pence coin. After the rare and remarkable 1983 release, the pressure on the Royal Mint was immense. Yet, what they created in 1984 was nothing short of remarkable, a coin that represented refinement, quality, and craftsmanship at its peak. Every piece struck this year echoed the pride of a mint that had learned from history. The mistakes and challenges of the first mintage were gone. In their place stood precision and beauty that elevated the coin beyond simple currency. The 1984 20-pence coin continued to carry its iconic seven-sided design, symbolizing harmony and balance. Its shape, both familiar and distinctive, became a visual hallmark of modern British coinage. On the obverse side, Queen Elizabeth II appears in youthful majesty, the portrait crafted by Arnold Machin showing her crowned and serene, the embodiment of grace and leadership. The design feels alive, its fine lines capturing the gentle realism that defined Britain's modern identity. Her portrait glimmers against a smooth metallic field, framed by the words Elizabeth II DGREG, FD, and the year 1984, a simple yet powerful reminder of continuity and tradition. The reverse bears the crown Tudor Rose, the eternal emblem of English strength. Its layered petals and regal crown reflect centuries of heritage and pride, beautifully balanced within the coin's heptagonal form. While the 1983 issue is remembered for its rarity, the 1984 coin stands apart for its perfection. The Royal Mint's improved striking process produced coins with finer edges, clearer lettering, and a cleaner metallic finish. Collectors often describe it as the year when the 20-pence coin reached its purest artistic form, elegant, detailed, and unmistakably British. Over time, however, only a small number of these coins survived in untouched brilliance. Most circulated, losing their sharpness to everyday handling, leaving just a handful of pristine survivors for future generations. Those flawless examples now command attention at every major coin auction. In brilliant, uncirculated condition, the 1984 20-pence coin has achieved prices between $400 and $700, while proof specimens from mint sets have sold for over $800, depending on condition and rarity. For collectors, it isn't only about the money. It's about owning a piece of history that embodies the discipline and pride of an era. The 1984 coin captures the artistry and vision that made British coinage admired worldwide. Each edge, each engraving, speaks of balance and dedication. It is not merely metal, it's precision frozen in time. The craftsmanship of 1984 marked a shift in minting standards, ensuring the 20-pence coin would remain a symbol of both national heritage and modern design. Collectors today see it as the perfect bridge between old-world craftsmanship and contemporary minting technology. It's the coin that transformed a successful experiment into a lasting legacy. When light dances across its surface, you see not just reflection, but pride, culture, and the quiet brilliance of perfection. Finding one in untouched condition feels like discovering a piece of the 1980s preserved in silver-gold glow, a tangible memory of Britain's minting mastery. The 1984 UK 20-pence coin remains a masterpiece of refinement, a symbol of artistic purity, and one of the most desirable pieces in modern numismatic history. It continues to remind collectors that true value lies not only in rarity, but in the perfect balance between beauty, history, and craftsmanship. The story of the 20-pence coin continued beyond 1984, carrying the legacy of Britain's small change into a new era. By 1987, The United Kingdom was thriving with innovation, and its coinage reflected a time of national confidence and stability. The 1987 UK 20p coin stands as a product of that era, a coin that quietly witnessed the pulse of a changing nation. On its obverse, the coin featured the familiar, yet evolving portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Makhlouf. This portrait was more regal, detailed, and expressive than the earlier ones, showing a refined crown and sharper features that represented the maturity of her reign. The reverse carried the crown Tudor Rose, a timeless emblem of England's unity, still framed elegantly within the seven-sided heptagonal shape that made the 20p coin instantly recognizable. The coin was struck in cupronickel, maintaining the balance of strength and shine that collectors have always admired. Weighing just 5 grams and measuring 21.4 millimeters, its subtle silver tone made it an understated piece of Britain's monetary beauty. But beneath that modest appearance lies what makes the 1987 issue so captivating: its rarity in pristine condition and its lasting collector appeal. Most 1987 coins entered daily circulation and suffered heavy wear. Finding one today in brilliant, uncirculated condition is far from easy, and such examples command astonishing prices at auctions. Collectors around the world are willing to pay premium amounts for coins that retain their original mint luster, free from the scratches of time. What makes the 1987 coin truly valuable is not just scarcity, but its role in bridging two defining eras of British currency design. It came during a transition, an age between tradition and modern minting precision. And those transitional pieces, often overlooked, become icons decades later. Some versions of the 1987 20p coin were produced in special proof sets only, intended for collectors rather than public use. These proof versions, struck with mirror-like finishes, can reach values as high as $350 to $500, depending on their grade and packaging. Even the circulated ones, if preserved with care, often sell well above face value, a powerful reminder that age and quality go hand in hand. For numismatists, the 1987 UK 20p is not just a coin, it's a chapter in Britain's modern minting story. It captures the grace of Elizabeth II's third portrait and the enduring beauty of the Tudor Rose, uniting history and artistry in one small disc of metal. Over the years, collectors have come to see this coin as a piece of timeless heritage. Each one tells a story of circulation, of hands it passed through, of decades it survived untouched. Its value continues to rise as fewer and fewer high-grade specimens remain in existence. So if you ever come across a 1987 20p coin with its luster intact, treat it as treasure. It's not merely small change. It's a silver-toned witness of Britain's golden coinage years, one that could easily fetch hundreds of dollars if found in perfect condition. From 1983 to 1987, the 20p series had already built its legend. And as we move forward, the story of value and rarity only grows stronger with the coins that followed. As the 1980s drew to a close, Britain's coinage prepared to enter a new decade, one that would refine the artistry and precision of its minting. The 1990 UK 20p coin emerged at this crossroads, carrying the legacy of earlier years while embracing the craftsmanship of a new generation. This was not just another coin in circulation. It was a mark of change, minted at a time when every detail was crafted to perfection. The obverse proudly displayed the third portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, still the elegant design by Raphael Makhlouf. Her mature and dignified profile symbolized stability, while the bold Elizabeth II DGREG FD inscription stood as a timeless mark of British sovereignty. Even as the world around her evolved, her image on the nation's coinage remained a constant, a symbol of endurance. The reverse, as always, carried the crown Tudor Rose, a design that had already become an icon of British currency. Its symmetry and strength represented unity, and under the soft gleam of cupronickel, it glimmered like a metallic flower frozen in time. But in 1990, this familiar coin gained a new aura of collectability, not for a design change, but for its remarkable scarcity in mint-state condition. While millions were produced, few survived without marks, scratches, or fatting from years of circulation. Finding one today in brilliant, uncirculated condition is no simple task, and collectors are constantly searching for examples that retain their factory-fresh shine. The most pristine specimens can reach up to $400 to $600, depending on condition and certification. For those lucky enough to own a proof version, struck with a mirror finish for special collector sets, the value rises even higher. Proof coins from 1990 often command $700 or more, especially when housed in original Royal Mint packaging. It's these limited edition sets that have turned ordinary coins into prized assets in the numismatic world. Yet beyond price, the 1990 20-pence coin tells a deeper story, one of British resilience and refined minting tradition. It reflects an age when technology was advancing, yet artistry still held its place in metal. Each finely struck rose petal, each gleaming edge, speaks of precision unmatched by previous decades. Collectors often note that the 1990 issue carries a cleaner strike, sharper lettering, and more consistent quality than earlier years. This makes it a perfect showcase of the Royal Mint's progress entering the modern age. For that reason alone, owning a flawless 1990 coin feels like holding the start of a new chapter in Britain's coinage history. The coin's continued demand has also been driven by nostalgia. For many, it represents the 1990s, a decade of change, optimism, and modernization in the United Kingdom. Having such a coin preserved today connects its holder to that vibrant era of transformation. So, if you happen upon a 1990 20-pence coin that still shines as if freshly struck, don't overlook it. That single piece of metal could be worth several $100s, depending on its grade. It is not just a relic of the past. It is a reflection of a nation that continues to cherish its minting heritage. From 1983 to 1990, each 20-pence coin has told its own tale of progress, scarcity, and pride. And as the story moves forward, the next chapter will reveal how the coin evolved through the mid-1990s, where another rarity awaits discovery and admiration. As Britain moved through the mid-1990s, the 20-pence coin continued to serve as both a work of art and a piece of national pride. By 1995, the United Kingdom had entered an era of design refinement and technical precision, and this coin became a shining example of that evolution. It wasn't just small change. It was a miniature symbol of Britain's enduring heritage and economic strength. The 1995 UK 20-pence coin proudly carried the same iconic design that had defined the denomination since its debut. On its obverse, Queen Elizabeth II appeared once more in the third portrait by Raphael Makhlouf, graceful, composed, and full of regal confidence. Every detail of her crown, her flowing hair, and her dignified expression reflected the elegance of a monarch who had become the face of a generation. The reverse, designed by William Gardner, featured the timeless Tudor Rose crown and encircled within the familiar seven-sided border. That rose, England's symbol of unity and resilience, stood as strong in 1995 as it had decades earlier. Under the right light, it gleams like silver fire, each petal catching reflections that make it feel alive. What makes the 1995 issue so fascinating for collectors is not a change in design, but its limited high-grade survival rate. Although millions were minted, few remained untouched by time and circulation. Finding one today in uncirculated or proof condition is a challenge that excites even the most experienced numismatists. Proof versions, struck with mirror-polished dies and released only in special collector sets, can command exceptional prices. In pristine condition and original royal mint presentation, these coins have reached values of $600 to $800, depending on certification and rarity of the set. Even circulated examples in exceptional shape can bring surprising returns, often fetching hundreds of dollars from dedicated buyers. The allure of the 1995 20-pence coin lies in its perfect balance of classic design and scarcity. It marked the end of an era before new portraits and modern minting updates began transforming the look of Britain's coins. For that reason, collectors often view 1995 as a symbolic farewell to the traditional artistry of British currency. Each piece from this year represents a fusion of craftsmanship and legacy, a coin that has aged gracefully, much like the era it was born in. The sharp lines, crisp lettering, and radiant surface make it a favorite for those who appreciate the precision of 20th-century minting. In auctions and collector markets, its demand continues to grow as fewer untouched examples are found. This coin is also cherished for sentimental reasons. For many Britons, it was the change they carried in pockets during an optimistic decade of prosperity and cultural revival. Today, that same coin has transformed from a piece of pocket change into a small but valuable relic of the past. Collectors and investors alike see the 1995 UK 20 pence as a long-term hold, a coin that embodies the stability of Britain's minting tradition. Its consistent upward trend in value has proven that rarity and demand never fade when history is engraved in metal. For those who hold one in mint-state brilliance, it's not just a coin, it's a treasure of the mid-1990s. And as we turn the page from 1995, we step into a newer chapter, a coin from a modern era that revived attention to design and detail. The story of the 20 pence doesn't end here. In fact, its next milestone will surprise you with how contemporary art met classic heritage in a single piece. That journey leads us next to the 2015 UK 20 pence coin, where modern Britain's artistry meets timeless royal grace. As the years passed beyond 1995, Britain's coinage quietly evolved once again, adapting to the new millennium, new minting standards, and a new age of design. By 2015, the 20 pence coin had already become one of the most recognized and trusted pieces of British currency, seen daily in countless hands across the nation. But even among those billions of coins still circulating, a few hold a story far greater than their face value. The 2015 UK 20 pence coin reflects the maturity of modern British minting, combining technical perfection with the enduring symbols of national pride. On its obverse, a new portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Jody Clark, was introduced, the fifth and final portrait of her long reign. It captures her in later life, regal and composed, wearing the royal diamond diadem with an air of timeless dignity. This portrait marked a new chapter in the Royal Mint's history. For the first time, the design came entirely from digital sculpting technology, blending artistry with precision like never before. It symbolized not just the Queen's endurance, but Britain's commitment to innovation while honoring tradition. The reverse, still displaying the beloved crown Tudor Rose, carried forward the design that had defined the 20 pence coin for over 3 decades. Its heptagonal shape, instantly recognizable, remained untouched, proving that some classics never need change. And beneath that familiar design, hidden in plain sight, lies the secret of its collector's appeal. Although millions of 2015 coins were struck for circulation, not all are created equal. Coins with minting anomalies, faint strikes, die cracks, or off-center details have caught the attention of sharp-eyed collectors. Even small variations can push their values dramatically higher, turning a simple pocket coin into a rare collectible. Those lucky enough to find a flawless, brilliant, uncirculated 2015 20 pence coin can expect it to fetch impressive prices on collector markets. Graded examples, sealed and certified by professional services, have sold for $300 to $450, depending on luster and strike quality. And for those rare proof issues from official mint sets, the value climbs even higher, with some reaching $700 or more in pristine condition. Yet what truly makes the 2015 coin stand out is how it bridges the gap between past and present. It represents the closing years of Elizabeth II's remarkable reign and the beginning of a more digitally crafted coinage era. Every fine detail, from the crown to the curve of the lettering, carries the weight of precision technology paired with timeless heritage. Collectors today view the 2015 coin as a modern gem. It's a coin that's still circulating, still in use, and yet already gaining status as a collectible, a rare feat in numismatic history. Its ongoing presence in daily life gives it a living connection to Britain's people, while its scarcity in perfect form keeps it valuable to enthusiasts. There's something poetic about holding a coin that belongs both to history and to now. It's a link between generations, from the first 1983 issue to this modern marvel, all bearing the face of the same monarch, evolving through time. And as each year passes, the 2015 coin edges closer to becoming a nostalgic symbol of Elizabeth II's enduring legacy. So the next time you receive change and notice a 20 pence coin from 2015, don't dismiss it. Look closer, check its shine, inspect its strike, because you may be holding a small treasure that tells the final chapter of a historic coinage era. It's not just currency, it's a royal keepsake, a modern collectible, and a silent witness to the end of a golden reign. From 1983 to 2015, the 20 pence coin has traveled through decades, capturing Britain's identity in metal. And though the designs may change again in the years to come, the legacy of these coins, especially the 2015 issue, will continue to shine for generations.